Griffin.
Excellent. Well, today is June 2nd, 2025. I want you all to write that date down because today is going to change your life. This is an amazing opportunity that we are all excited about. We just got back from Calgary Connect. That was our Canada launch. So we're on the map and Canada is growing fast. So basically, we had an amazing evening. We got to help celebrate Ricia this weekend, and with her several awards and her special training all weekend and inspiring us. There's nothing like when Ricia walks onto the stage. We're all lit and inspired. So Ricia's been in this industry for over 25 years. She is ranked number 4 in North America now and number 3 in Canada. So she's our president.
Layla,
She's
I'm gonna jump in. I'm not number 4 in North America. That would be nice. I'm 26 in all of North America and number
Oh,
4 in
well, there was
Canada.
one side that said you were number 4. You know me. Well, it won't be long before she is, in other words. So we welcome Ricia Adair, and she's going to take over and share this amazing evening with you. And we'll have some questions and answers at the end of the evening.
Okay, thank you so very much, Layla. Hello and welcome everybody. Layla, will you please mute the lines, please? And we're going to get
Okay.
this show underway. And hey, we've got Australia in the house tonight. We've got the United States in the house. We've got Canada in the house.
Whoops. Hold on. Now it. Hold on. I need you there.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, good.
You can't mute the captain, Layla.
I just hit mute all. You told me to mute all. I just do what you tell me.
Then we can't
Okay,
steer
let's
the
try
ship.
that again.
Okay, we've got
Okay.
some amazing guests on board, and we've got on board, we've got Amber May, and we've got Matthew on board. And I'm telling you, we have a whole bunch of people recognizing these faces that were at the recent Calgary Connect event. And wow, what an event that is. Put one word in the chat for the people that were in Calgary, what you came home with. What is that POW word? Because I'm telling you, this company really knows how to love their brand partners. There was so much heart this weekend, so much love, so much good training, and the amazing scientists you're going to hear about in a minute, and a lot of success. I saw ladies on the stage, including many in my own team, in their high 70s that walked across the stage celebrating success. And that's what it's all about, is empowerment and to change everyone's life on a health level and also on a wealth level. So let's get started. I'll be sharing the screen, and Layla, you're going to, oh, we've got some great words coming up: spiritual, motivating, inspired. What are some other words coming up here? What are some other words coming up there, Layla, in the chat?
Motivated, spiritual, motivating, focused.
Nice. Oh, it was such a great event. I'm so grateful for this company. It's called Partner Co. Again, I'm Ricia Adair. I'm a Canadian. I live in beautiful Manzanillo, Mexico. If you've been to Manzanillo, Mexico, put a 1 in the chat. It's a great place to be. Pretty soon you'll see pictures of my beach. This is our dream home. We purchased it. It's a small boutique resort. We live in the upper 2 floors, and we have vacation villas in the other 2 with ocean views, garden views, pool. It's just a beautiful place to be. Manzanillo has 2 giant bays. Each bay is about 9 kilometers or 9 miles or 14 kilometers long. You'll see the arrow. Our house is just on top of the hill, and the beach is flat. You can ride your bike, you can run the beach, you can walk your dog, and there's many days that the ocean is like a lake. It's so beautiful. The water's crystal clear. So here's our dream home, and everybody should say, wow, this is beautiful. Well, guess what? Has anyone owned a house in the tropics? We came into this home after it had been unattended because we closed and then were able to take possession about 5 months later. And so many things were needing immediate attention for our upcoming season, including the pool was covered in algae because the pool pump broke down. The neighboring jungle lot had overgrown on our property. Doorknobs were falling off. And I learned the word salitre, which is a disease in the concrete, and concrete starts falling off and drips. off your walls. So very, very quickly, our small little nest egg completely disappeared. Excuse me, I got a cough. There was a lot of shouting in Calgary this weekend. I just about lost my voice. So here we are. We're in our dream home. We're broke. We're getting ready for the upcoming season. All of our renters had already paid their rent. So we didn't have any incoming money. We are like broke. We went through our entire savings. Now I want to throw in, I got really sick. There was a lot of anxiety. Our lawyer had stolen our closing costs from us. So we were lost $23,000. In addition to that, I got shingles. I had a UTI that wouldn't go away. I had 2 dog bites that got seriously infected. I was in a rough way. So what did I do? I found comfort food and I love sugar. So I just ate and ate and ate. And lo and behold, I got to be quite big, too big for me. And no matter how many times I walked that beach with the dog or swam the ocean or went up and down the stairs of the villas, I stayed very, very unhealthy. So I went to Dr. Tom and I said, Dr. Tom, whatever could it be? I'm in a mess. I'm in a rough way. He studied it and he said, come back with the conclusion. He says, Ricia, you have a definite case of FFB. I've never heard of that, Dr. Tom. What is FFB? He says, you're fat, frumpy, and broke, girl. And along came that magic call, April 17th, that changed my life from being fat, frumpy, and broke. Chris and Joni Budd, very good friends of mine who live in Costa Rica, Canadians that have relocated. Maybe Joni saw one of my fat pictures on Facebook. I don't know, but she said, Ricia, you need to hear about these drops. So I listened and I listened very intently. And then I heard about what Joni had said in regards to posting people's testimonies on Facebook and how her life had changed because her and Chris were looking for a financial way to stay in Costa Rica and not have to move back. So I listened to that and I thought I could post. I'm not really into posting on Facebook, but if it's a platform that will bring me customers, I'll certainly do it. So my life completely changed. I got my drops on April 23rd, and I want to share with you what happened that day. I posted the first picture of Kim Gray, who lost 116 pounds, and 19 comments came in. Then I posted a picture of Michelle, who lost 25 pounds, and 7 comments came in. The courier knocked on the door. Here I have my bottle of drops. And by the way, I didn't have the money to do this. I had no money to do this, but I talked myself into I had to do it. So I found the money to buy 2 boxes. That's all I could do. And so now my boxes arrived. I hold up the box with the 2 bottles. Mike takes a picture and I posted that. I got 59 comments, of which 20 became my customers and 6 said immediately, I want to join you because Ricia, I know you always pick the best of the best. So we had now a vehicle. So I set some 1-year goals. November became a magic month for us. Many, many of our goals became realized only 7 months into this business. My new fridge is being delivered. I now have a maid. That's Sarah in the middle picture. We're celebrating. I'm emotionally involved with an appliance, guys. I love my fridge. We also had white walls everywhere. Mike seemed to like it. And I said, not in this marriage, honey. We're going with Mexican colors. So I brought the paint crews in and we painted. It's glorious. I had the custom fish painting up on the wall against our beautiful view there. Then the pergola on the pool level was in immediate need of repair because it was starting to deteriorate and collapse. So that's certainly a safety hazard. We brought in a crew who repaired the pergola. That was a $5,000 investment. And again, I'm not saying this to impress you, but to say we would have lost the resort end of our home, that part of the business, we would have lost that because we were running little pensions from Canada Pension. We could have never afforded to do all these repairs. So now that Ricia's making pretty good money, Mike says, I really want my motorcycle, Mom. So he got his beautiful Vento motorcycle. He's happy. He's always had a bike since he was 16, so he's super happy. Then on December 24th, we had 1 of 7 small earthquakes that collapsed our swimming pool. We were able to bring in a pool crew that expedited the repair. We were only down for a few days and we were able to reopen the pool with a big party on January 14th. So again, I'm not saying this to impress you, but to say how my life had drastically changed on a wellness level and on a financial level as well too. And then I got the news at the end of December that I had enough lifestyle credits. That's another way we get paid in this beautiful compensation plan to earn a trip to Punta Cana, of which I just got back. I did zip lining for the first time in my life. Oh my God, I was so scared. We had so much fun. There was close to 200 people, and this is one of the finest resorts in the Caribbean. We were wined and dined by this company. And imagine that. I'd been in the company only at that point 10 months when I received this beautiful, 10-star vacation trip. And you can too. I'm saying this, if I can do this, you can do it too. I'm nobody's special. I've got a little computer in Manzanillo, Mexico, working from a little office in the back room there, and I was able to accomplish my dreams come true. And I know you can as well. Here's an idea of what I look like. April 23rd, a little brave of me to put my spandex on to display this for you. Look at the picture below, 13 days in, the body transition that had happened with me with these drops. 13 days in, the inflammation, everything. I also noticed that I had serious pains in my fingers, toes, my heels, and my lower back. And I was about 6 weeks in that I noticed along with the drops in the product we have, MOA, I'll talk to you about that my owies have all gone away. In fact, today I do have a paper cut because I just came from Calgary where it's super dry. That's the only issue in my entire body that I have to share with you. I am so grateful, not only that we were able to change our situation financially, but also on a health level as well. I was that girl on the left. Who is that big fat girl and how did she get inside my computer? That picture was taken at our going away party in Vancouver Island, Canada, before we left. And the girl on the right is the one after being on the drops for only 3 months. I lost 34 pounds and the physiology of my body had completely changed. And I feel like I'm aging backwards. I owe it all to Darren Zobrist and John Wadsworth. They won the recent Founding Team of the Year award, which is a huge award in the Stevie world. These two gentlemen, um, both very, very highly successful in their own worlds. Darren Zobrist was a financial guy on Wall Street with Goldman Sachs. He had built his own companies to billions of dollars and was able to sell them and help a whole lot of fishermen in Mexico along the way, eventually worldwide. John Wadsworth had 27 years as a network marketer with the Tahisha Noni business. These two people found a need. There was a group of companies that had stellar products with amazing international teams and international infrastructure that were collapsing, especially with bad management and the COVID years. So these two guys came together and bought all these companies and they called it, we are now partners. There's no division between corporate and the reps in the field. We are Partner Co because we are simply better together. All those months ago, I learned about why am I not feeling so good? These are all symptoms of hormonal imbalance. Put your hand up if you've got mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, especially the sugar and the carbs, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, fatigue, and weight gain. These are all symptoms of hormonal imbalance, guys. And none of us, well, I didn't know, certainly, because I had never studied this, but I easily ticked off 5 of these on the scale and knew that I needed some help. And I thought chair yoga might do it. Well, no, what I needed were these products. We have over 100 products, and if you separate them into there's different divisions of industries, we've touched into several multi-billion-dollar industries, the sports industry, the wellness industry, the weight loss industry. We have so many great products in every single one of them. You're going to notice that you actually feel a difference. Our science team is outstanding. In fact, they were there at the Calgary Connect conference just recently with us, Dr. Ray Stand. I love hearing this man speak. He puts all this medical world, insulin resistance and all that into layman's terms so I can properly understand it. He's well known for all his books he's written. Dr. Joshua Plant, Chief Science Officer. He's the only PhD in chemistry and science that I've ever known that graduated from Harvard in 3 years at the top of his class. He's a brilliant, brilliant man. He loves developing wellness. There was all kinds of pharmaceutical companies chasing after him for him to work for them. And he said, no, I want to be in the wellness industry, not the sickness industry. Dr. Pena, bottom right, he's one of the leading gastrointestinal doctors in the world. He's out of Mexico City, close to me. Brett West is a senior director of Tahisha Noni, and he's the smartest guy I ever met on the Tahisha Noni product. Dr. Crystal Vance, she's on our wellness council. You'll hear from her again. Kristen White's on our athletic council. We have a lot of people. There's an entire scientific team behind the scenes working for you to produce annual quality tests. They're surprise tests with our raw ingredient suppliers, with our manufacturing suppliers. So you get exactly the best of the best of the products that we promise you will have. There's over 215 plus published clinical studies on our products. And what inspired me, and we've got Australia in the house with us tonight, and the US, is having a global business where you can do business in over 50 markets. The infrastructure is all in place for you. The managers are there, the customer service is there, the warehouses are there, the shipping outlets are there to get product out to your customer in Australia, product out to your customer in Italy. You simply refer them with the link. They purchase the product. The depot closest to them is going to send them product and you get paid next Friday. There's no international business licenses, no international business license, business tax numbers. It's completely transparent for you to do business in all these markets. And that's what I love about it, because now my business has exploded into about 13 different countries. Let's share with you some of the products. Skincerity was launched in 2005 by a team of dermatologists for problem skin. And this can cover anything from burn victims to cuts to battle wounds to battle scars. Marlene here was so kind to share her photograph with us. This was a serious case of eczema. The poor woman was so uncomfortable. She spent her life scratching because of the itch. After rolling with that only breathable skincare mask in the world, we have it. Her legs were healed from the situation, and she's absolutely feeling well again, too. The Noni Collagen is one of the most favorites that I have. Collagen is all about keeping your body young. So we need to be young from the inside. So this product serves your internal body as well as your outside skin. Mixed with the Noni, it's one of the best products that I know on the market, and it tastes delicious. Speaking about the Noni, I heard Brett West give a talk on the Noni, and I was absolutely convinced this is something that I need to have. It is the most efficacious fruit in the world. The noni grows all over the world, but the best one grows in Tahiti, where it's volcanic ash, which produces more minerals and so on in the soil, which more iridoids in this particular product. What does noni do? I call it my soldier, my army of protectors that are going to protect me from all those harmful viruses and bugs that try to enter my body. So overall, it promotes health and wellness. It supports a healthy immune system. If you feel a tickle of anything trying to enter, power dose, take 4 shots of noni, and you'll probably be fine in the morning. It helps boost energy and endurance. I'm almost 70 years old, and people tell me I'm like the Energizer Bunny, like I don't stop. I was crazy dancing at the party Saturday night. It was so fun. How about joint health and promote mobility, so you can get up and out of your car, your chair, into an airplane, out of your out of your sports car. It's got all that mobility that eases your well, basically you're just a lot more agile. Supports a healthy cardiovascular system, helps fight harmful free radicals, and protects against oxidative damages. Powerful adaptogen, supports balanced stress response, and supports mood balancing. It's one of the best products. I encourage everyone to put it in their shopping cart. Now, CJ sent me this picture. It was actually for a body balance challenge for the drops. But specifically, when he was on our call recently, I want to share this with you. About 17 years ago, he was in such a bad way with his liver situation that the doctors told him to get his affairs in order. And after that appointment, John Wadsworth's father gave him a bottle of Noni Max. Here we are 17 years later. CJ Sens is bouncing on his lap grandchildren that weren't even born 17 years ago when he got that news. The Noni Max is powerful, powerful. Let's talk about our Nutrify line. Now, again, depending which country you're in, depends on which products will be available in your catalog. I'm in Mexico, so not all these products available to me. In the United States, certainly they all are. The products I mentioned with you tonight, they're all available to you in Canada. And as we get larger in Australia, we'll be introducing more and more products for you there as well. Let's talk about the probiotics, absolutely the best in the world. This was developed by, again, Dr. Pina, the world's leading gastro doctor. This bottle contains billions of prebiotic, probiotic strains. We even have our own patented bottle that protects the product from any temperature changes. Omega Q, very good for your brain, for your heart. Amplify for your brain, for your energy. Optimal M for minerals. Optimal B for vitamins. I'm concerned it's the best vitamin line. It contains nutrients and ingredients that will help with your eyes, your muscles, your lungs, your blood. Benali is our best-selling product, the little purple bottle from China, or rather in China, I should say. It's loaded with vitamin C. It's really good to strengthen your skin, tighten your skin after you've lost all the weight from the drops. Also, too many people take it for their allergy symptoms as well, too. They say that their allergies have gone away. I want to focus a little bit on MOA because in the beginning, when I was talking to Chris and Joni about this product, I asked, what do you have for arthritis? Because I was in a lot of pain. He put me on a call with Ricia Adair, and Reese said, you got to get MOA, girl. MOA is a drink. I like it refreshed cold in the fridge. And it contains 36 superfoods from exotic locations, expensive ingredients. And all of these are going to help you with pain and inflammation. Most often, when I do my calls, after people tell me their favorite product is the drops, then the Renew, then the third one is always the MOA. Everyone loves the MOA because it's helped. We all have inflammation. If you've lived your life for at least 3 decades, we all have pains, right? Battle wounds along the way. This lady had an ankle surgery that went south on her. She was in a lot of pain, a lot of inflammation, a lot of water retention. And once she started taking the Moda, she went back to beautiful feet. Same with this gentleman as well, too. It's a product that works and you feel it very, very quickly. Highly recommend you put it in your shopping cart as well. And I did have the sugar stop last night because my last night in Calgary, I indulged in a little bit of fettuccine. So what does the sugar stop do? It blocks 40% of the sugars created by carbs going into your and spiking your bloodstream, and 20% of the white sugar from spiking your bloodstream. So that's a beautiful product. It's a powder. It tastes like mango. You mix it with water, drink it. It's filled with fiber. A lot of people drink it every day just because of the fiber content. And again, it stops your blood sugar from spiking for that occasion you want to cheat off the plan. The Slenderies is going to promote overall weight loss. These are the drops. But this product, Advantage, accelerates the loss of harmful visceral fat around your waist and hips. Now, let's talk about this because it's a serious epidemic here. Weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer to this as visceral fat as killer fat. So what about the Advantage? It's a tablet. You take it in the day, twice a day, increases calories burned by 10 times, so you get leaner faster. Helps reduce that stubborn visceral fat to slim your waist and hips. Helps increase metabolism, so you burn more calories. That's why I have so much energy, I think, plus the drops. Activates fat-burning cells in your brown adipose tissue and helps prevent weight regain following weight loss. The Slenderies line, I love it. We just did an Airbnb with the girls. It was so fun because we all pulled out our Pure Nourish and our cocoa. Some of us had our Giving Greens. The Pure Nourish is our protein shake, 18 grams of protein in every serving. It's vegetable pea protein. It's not whey protein. It's not soy protein. It's pure protein. By the way, it has the probiotics, the prebiotics, and so much nutrition in it that should all the food disappear tomorrow and you have clean water, you can survive very well just on your Pure Nourish. I love chocolate. Our cocoa is a power boost. I put it in my coffee. It tastes great. I mix it with frozen blueberries. It tastes great, but I also put it with my Pure Nourish so I get that chocolate shake every morning. Giving
I
Greens
just
is
want to add, Risha, that we had to go out and buy a blender because our 5-star, 3-story, beautiful Airbnb had everything but a blender, and us girls couldn't live without it. So we had to go buy one. That's how
and
committed
thank
we are to our protein shakes because they're
you're
so
very
yummy.
right about that. And thank you for going and finding that blender because I was quite concerned about that.
Yeah, we weren't going to give up till we had our shakes in the morning.
And you know, those shakes led us through. We were eating quite early in the morning with our shakes, and we weren't having lunch breaks till sometimes 1:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon of those days of the conference. And our shakes sustained us all the way through the morning. It's really, really filling for you. Giving
Yeah,
Greens,
thanks.
thank you, Layla. I appreciate that. Giving Greens is for every scoop is 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds of efficacious greens. So it's a good thing to put in your shake as well. Treat it as a green drink on its own. Sprinkle it on your salads, stir fries. Before we talk about the drops, I want to introduce to you one of my favorite products. It's a fountain of youth in a box. Who would like to sleep better? Say I, put up your hand, right? This product is its only kind in the world. It has 2 international patents, and it helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. And when your body starts to trigger and create its own HGH, human growth hormone, what happens? It promotes a deeper, more restorative sleep. You get into that deep REM sleep and you wake up when you're done sleeping. Most of us wake up before the alarm. A better sleep tonight equals better decisions tomorrow. It's a must-have product. I love it. It increases libido, stamina, and pleasure, reduces body fat, increases lean muscle. So when you combine Renew with the drops and the advantage, it accelerates your weight loss, especially, hey, bikini season is coming up, that polka dot bikini. Promote youthful looking skin and hair. My hair is the longest it's ever been in my life. Improve mood and energy and cell regeneration. Now, you all want to know about the drops? Let's talk about it. It's clinically proven, doctor created, doctor recommended. You will drop twice the weight as diet alone. It is natural, safe and effective, stimulant, and hormone free. And what will it do for you? It's going to curb your hunger and control your appetite. You're going to get a message to your brain that says, stop eating now. Remember as kids, if you didn't eat your whole plate, the children in Biafra would starve or something. I never understood that connection. But this is going to tell you, stop eating now. You don't need to eat the full plate. It eliminates sugar cravings. And I celebrate that because I was a serious sugar addict. I had to have my pie, had to have my ice cream. Mexico is loaded with beautiful sweet breads and great desserts. We were in Banff, Alberta, Canada yesterday, and the girls had ice cream, and I completely abstained. I did not want it. Helps balance hormones, including your insulin, your ghrelin, your hunger hormone, leptin, and your cortisol, your anxiety hormone. It's going to stimulate your metabolism. So yes, you will have increased energy. You'll feel younger, helps you stay motivated, and certainly helps with stress and stabilizing mood. Clinically proven to support your thyroid, maintain healthy blood sugar levels, helps brain clarity and memory improvements. Many of my clients say brain fog is lifted on day 3. Who would like to be able to go into the room and remember why you went in that room? You're going to lose weight in your entire body. I call it God's miracle drops. It's a lifestyle, not a fad or a diet, because most fads and diets, when you go back to eating normal, you're going to gain the weight and often extra. We're suggesting that you adopt a clean eating program, exercise 15 to 30 minutes, 3 to 5 days a week. I met a fellow in a wheelchair at the Calgary Connect that had lost a whole bunch of weight. And obviously, this man cannot exercise like you and I. So the product works. Drink your water, 8 glasses a day. Clean eating, your protein, animal-based proteins, your plant-based, your vegetables, your fruits. This is all good, clean eating, right? You stick to this program and the drops, and you're going to accelerate your weight loss and keep it off. I have kept my 34 pounds off for the entire 13 months. It's not coming back. It's gone, right? I continue on the drops because I like how I feel with these drops. I like the high energy I have. I like the fact that I stop eating and that I'm not craving sugar. So you can take the drops until you meet your goal weight, or you can continue taking them like many of us. And many of us get free product simply because we're so happy with it. We refer others, and before you know it, your product is free. Let's share with you some stories. Jane Storch, 32 pounds in 8 weeks. In total, she's lost 50 pounds. And these are all people I know, guys. These are all friends of mine. Dr. Crystal, she lost a whole person. And she lost that 162 pounds well over 6 years ago. Now we have James Leponsi. Yes, men, you have hormonal imbalance too. 47 pounds in 4 months. And look at the difference in the face. The guy on the right looks like the younger brother. Tracy out of West Virginia. Robin the athlete for better performance. And also athletes have hormonal imbalance as well, and that extra 5-10 pounds that they would like to shed, right? Katie out of Phoenix, 30-day transition. Maggie out of Fox Island, Washington. Picture paints 1,000 words. Julie Park was very, very sick. She was married to a doctor when she started taking the drops with several health conditions. And now this girl is just so young and vibrant and very, very sexy. You don't even think it's the same person. The physiology changes on us. April from Stratford. The Hublers have a physiotherapy clinic. Josh was very particular about what information or products he would share with his client. He dissected the science behind this product, was completely satisfied. These guys have 5 kids. You can see the difference in their faces, and also they sell it in their clinic, and they ended up going to what we call senior officer in 4 months. And senior officer is a very serious position. Basically, it means a weekly check with a comma. Congratulations to the Hublers. Sheila Peltier was on my call. She was suffering from cancer, had chemo and radiation, and she was really, really not a well person. She had lost 25 pounds and got her life back. We have Chris Bailey, who had Lyme disease and had real hard time finding any kind of solution in his town. After coming on the drops, I think Chris is going to have to get that jacket altered by his tailor, but he's so happy and so healthy now. Barbara McCubbin, my dear friend from Maryland, she has lost so much weight. The lady on the left there in the white blouse, she's in about to be 70 years old, and look at how beautiful she looks. People look young and act young and feel young with this product. My beautiful Cheryl Cook, she's from Parksville, longtime friend of mine. She called me on December 24th. She looked like that lady in the upper left. And now here she is, April 25. She was just one of the crazy ladies with us in our Airbnb in Calgary. She's young. She's 77 years old and she acts like she's 35. It's just amazing what these drops are doing for people. Selena Kirby, her blood pressure went way down, her diabetes. Doctor said she didn't need her medicines anymore. She lost a whole bunch of weight. We have Nancy and Wayne, big difference with them as well too. We got couples that do this together. Reese and Ashley are another couple. Ashley took the drops so she could get rid of her night sweats, which I want to include here. There's a billion ladies in menopause or premenopause this very year. We have something that can help them bypass their night sweats, those anxiety, those moments where you want to hurt your husband. We have the product, girls. This is it for you. We need to share it with people. Reese, her husband, lost 65 pounds and his addiction to Dr. Pepper and Oreo cookies. Valerie from Victoria, BC. Penny Toner, good friend of mine. Last July, she was very, 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 very sick. She was in bed 16 hours a day. She couldn't even go to the store to do a simple errand. She had consented to taking the drop. She couldn't afford it, but she found a way. And the girl on the right is after 60 days of being on the drops. Transitions happen. Jerry Wyndham not only lost 12 pounds, but it's the shakes. He had to hold up one hand to shake it with a soup spoon to bring it up to his mouth. No longer does he have the shakes. My husband doesn't have the shakes. He doesn't have acid reflux anymore. Mike doesn't have his migraines anymore. Deborah Bader, she's a registered nurse out of Cochrane. We recently had her on the call. Her entire family was involved in the program. Carol Roberts, good friend of ours, a great leader in our company as well. She went through some serious health challenges and the drops have helped her so much along the way. Crystal and Rick together have lost over 200 pounds. When I posted this, we had tons of comments that came in from these guys. They have a food truck and they said, really, I have to give up my cheese and my gooby stuff and my breads. And the doctor said, Rick, you need to do something. You got to get your affairs in order. They went on the drops and they're so healthy and so happy. My dear friend Colleen from Nebraska, this all happened in much less than a year. James Scott has amazing testimony. I encourage you to listen to last Monday's call on my YouTube channel. He has Parkinson's, his shakes had stopped. Also acid reflux, that's gone away. He's lost a whole bunch of weight. His attitude has changed. He went from an unhappy guy to a very happy guy. There's so many things that happen for people. And I want to say this, it not only affects you directly, but it affects your marriage, it affects your children, it affects your coworkers, it affects your grandchildren. When we have a major wellness advancement like this, everyone in your circle, everyone who loves you is going to be greatly positively affected by this. Diane Marcy, she's on the call with us tonight. Great seeing you in Calgary, Diane, and thank you for being our guest. She went through a huge transition. And now let's bring on board a live testimony. I'm going to bring on Amber May. Amber is from California. You can see, I want you to have a look at the pictures on the left. Day 1, day 10, and day 14. You can see the gradual changes. And now we have...
Okay, Ricia, you just froze. So you were just saying about...
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Layla.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Is the slide on for Amber right now?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So you can see the picture in the in inflammation in her face as well. Amber, thank you so much for being on our call tonight. Come forward. Let me ask you some questions, my dear.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, you guys. I am hiding in the car right now because we can do this business anywhere, right? And the kids and the
You-
dogs are inside. So I am out here in the car.
Okay, it's a little dark to see your face actually.
Okay, let me see what I can do here. Is that
There,
helpful?
that's much better. Amber, you
Okay.
look so beautiful. Oh my God, what a
Oh,
transition.
thank you. No.
How did you first learn about the drops?
So I am a hairstylist salon owner here on the Central Coast of California, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and after trying so many different things on the market, I kind of resonated with a picture that came across the feed, which was a before and after photo of Susan Cameron. And when I saw that photo, I was like, okay, I saw that it said that these drops were naturally based and that they helped with not just the weight loss part, but the hormone balance and depression and mood, all those things. So that really intrigued me. So I reached out to her. We started chatting. I ended up getting the drops, and when I got or I ended up chatting with her. I saw the results that everyone was getting, and I decided to go ahead and get the drops myself. You saw the picture there in the beginning, my first 14 days. It was crazy how quickly the center area of my body just started shredding. Like it just started melting off. And that was literally the spot that every time I would work out or every time I would try a diet plan, or packaged meat, whatever it was, it never went away in that area, and honestly never felt um, mentally ready to really follow through with any of these things that I had done, because it just was like, oh my gosh, this isn't real food, and I am a foodie. I do love real food. So that intrigued me as well. And so I
How
just
long
went
ago was
ahead,
that,
and
Amber? Amber May, how
that
long
was
ago
a
was that?
That was a year ago. Yes, yes.
Hmm.
That was a year ago. They found me, you guys. They found me. That was a year ago. And in May, actually, when I won the trip to Punta Cana, that was a year for me from the drops. Because when I started this business, I came in at top pay. I decided I was going to run the business like a business. And I came in at top pay, and I was leaving for Cabo the day after my drops landed on my doorstep. I had some pre-sold already, so I had my friend handing them out and my mom shipping them out as I was on vacation. When I got home, those were all gone and I had to order more. So it was just crazy how quickly it went. And I'm a hairstylist salon owner, like I said, and I love my job. It's the best job in the world. I absolutely love working with my clients, but my body does not always love it. Okay. So I was praying at the time for something better for my health. I was praying for better friends, like a better community of people to hang out with. I was praying for more money without having to be behind the chair more. I was praying for more time with freedom with my kids. And, all of those things have come through this business, which I really was not expecting. So I was so blessed to my first month with the company come into an extra 6,000 in retail money. Like that was
Wow.
crazy. That was my profit. And so for me, just being a small little boutique salon with just myself in there, that was crazy for me, because I wasn't out there like knocking on doors. It was literally from the posts that I put on Facebook. That's how we did it. We ran the campaign, and also the people that saw me posting and talking about it, and my clients coming into the salon who could see the change in me. They were like, "What's going on with you? You look thinner, you look happier, you're glowing. Like, what's happening?" And at first I'm like, this is kind of voodoo magic. I'm not going to talk about it yet. But soon after, I just had to start sharing it. So it's been an amazing experience. And I've been able to be blessed to work with my mom now in this business. She doesn't live in the same state as me, but now we get to meet up at all these different events, as well as regular meetups when she comes to visit. But it's just so much fun to be able to see her more too and meet all of you guys.
Wow, what a fantastic testimonial. Thank you so much, Amber May. We're going to have you
Absolutely.
back again to
Yeah.
speak more in our special guest spot. And I really appreciate you coming on board to share your story with us. Thank you. There's so many great stories every single time. Lots of great stories. So how do you get the drops? Well, there's several ways. Let's first talk about the obvious ways to become a customer and buy retail, but none of us do that because we all love a deal, right? So going forward, Australia, I apologize. I don't have the Australian numbers up on the board with me tonight. But in Canada or the US, you can see the significant difference of what it is to buy. Well, you could buy it retail, of course, but just like Amber May said, she's going to share it. You know, it's a good thing. The weight is falling off of her. People notice the differences, and we're human beings. We like to share a good thing with others. So when people say, "My goodness, what are you doing? You look so great." Well, I'm taking these drops. Why not position yourself so that the company can send you a commission check? Because last I heard, they got a whole box of commission checks that are just waiting to have your name on it. In the United States, you can be a brand partner for $29.95. In Canada, it's $37.95. And in Australia, I believe it's comparable, anything around the 30 US dollar mark. It all gauges around that market. And it has everything you need, including a back office, a website where you can track the money that you make as customers purchase your product, training extraordinaire. It's everything you need. So really you're starting a business for $38 in Canada, right? 30 bucks in the US and about $38 in Australia. So let's talk about turning your drops into profits. Most of us do the system of growth. We purchase our product, we get automatically 30% off, right? And then with that, we're able to share it with others. In the United States, I'm going to present a few options for you. There's the 371 4-pack, and the retail on that is $531, or the brand partner pricing is $371. So right there, you've saved your savings from the $30, and you could profit by selling those at a selling price anywhere from $167 to $176, profits of $222 plus. In Canada, the 4-pack is $465, retails for $665 if you choose to buy it retail. And again, you can get your product for free, keeping the one box and being able to sell the other three and profiting around $240 for those 3 boxes. And we just heard Amber May talk about making $6,000 in retail profits in a very short period of time. And that's a very common story. Not that I want to say that everyone does that, but I'm hearing that it's a very common story. She also mentioned that she came in at top pay. That means she went ultimate right out of the gate. And I congratulate her on that for making that decision. Ultimate positions you at the top pay position. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But you promote 30 boxes or so other product over 30 days. That will bring you up to ultimate, or you can come in at an ultimate package. In Canada, you'd be looking at profits of about 2,500, or the US 2,700 to go ultimate in your first 4 weeks. Up until tonight, these are still on the website. I thought they would have been down by Sunday midnight, and they're still there. So tonight is definitely the last night. The member pack is 200 points that will automatically qualify you to receive commissions from the company for when you refer people. It's that 200 initiation mark. It's 515 Canadian. You get a bag of Giving Greens, a box of Renew. We talked about that. The drops, the Noni collagen. We talked about that. The Sugar Stop and the Advantage. All great products. It's a great taster package, so you can experience all of these great products. The business pack is double what I just mentioned. It's 1350 Canadian, or 540 points. And these packs were announced in conjunction with the Calgary Connect conference and a summer Black Friday promotion that we're doing in the North American continent right now. And the Elite Pack gives you many of these products, plus you have the Vinali and the Rejuvenix. The Rejuvenix is a great product for energy and stamina, and you get 3 boxes of the Noni, 3 months worth of the Noni, 4 months worth of the drops. So again, you get lots of inventory here. Elite is a great powder that you put in your water bottle. Is for your body, brain, and beauty. It has a blueberry pomegranate flavor. So this is a great package as well, too. It's coming down this evening. So this is the last night. I can't stress it enough. And this is 1,000 points towards your 1,500 of being an ultimate. Many people might buy the Elite pack and buy a couple of other things to bring it up to the 1,500 to PV to be at that ultimate. The United States has an amazing promotion right now. It's buy 10, get 2 free. Again, that's the summer Black Friday special. This one ends on June 4th, coming up in a couple of days. It's $879.95, or 500 points. I don't know if there's limitations on this, but if you bought 3 of those, you would end up with a lot of bottles and your 1,500 points to be ultimate. And what so quickly happens, somebody on your Facebook page is going to see this product and they live in another country. And so you can easily open an international market waiting for you. We have to have a system, something that everyone can do. I mentioned earlier, there was a lot of older people that walked across the stage. How do they do it? How do they make money? How do they gain success? By following a simple system. This looks like the app that we call Boards that we put on our phone. And with that, we can grab all the testimonials that I spoke of in either week 1, 2, 3, or 4, post at 9 a.m., 3 p.m. when people ask questions, text scripts for drops in the top left. All the questions anyone can ever ask about the drops are there. You simply copy and paste the answer and send it to them. Every question is there. Every video for information from Ray Strand, Dr. Crystal Vance, everything is inside this Boards app. It makes it so easy. So if you can copy and paste, this is a system that you can just plug and play. Again, the testimonial from Rick and Crystal, that came from the Boards. When I posted that, the comments went out the window when people saw the evidence. So first, we talked about activating your position with 200 points, so you're eligible to receive commissions, because I will promise you, you will transition your body so much, people will be asking you. It happens every time. I just talked to a friend of mine, Brian, that I hadn't seen in a long time. He saw my picture on Facebook. He said, I can't believe that's you. I cannot believe it's you. So I'm aging backwards. He can't even believe how old I am. He keeps thinking I'm 35 when we first met. Some other options for you are 4-pack in Canada, it's 200 points, 4-pack in the US, 200 points. Throw in a box of Renew, and you've got 270 points, but also you've got some great deals. The Renew goes so well with the drops, and once you experience it, you're going to promote it to your clients as well, too. Okay, the member pack, we talked about that again, just to remind you. And the bigger the discount, the bigger the profits. In the United States, you can buy a 10-pack, 20-pack, or 30-pack. We already talked about the 10-pack, having those 2 extra boxes thrown in as gifts. The US 20-pack, again, this is for our American brand partners only. It's 1,000 points, $1,760, where you can profit close to $1,600. But look at the 30-pack. It's our ultimate option, top pay. And what it will get for you is somewhere close to $2,700 in profit, or perhaps a little bit more, depending on your price point. Where can you start a business for $2,300 and in the same month profit $2,710? So again, this is a sample kit of an ultimate kit out of Canada. There's another one in the back office that you can choose from as well. We are voted the best compensation plan in the industry. Business for Home magazine dissected several plans, and hands down, we won the first. We are paid 9 different ways. I won't go through all of them now, but we know already you buy your product at 30% less and you're able to make 30 points on retailing your profit. And here in this situation, Mary says, I don't want to be your customer. I want to get wholesale level because I know a lot of people that can benefit from this product. She's in Illinois. She buys 2 10-packs. That's 1,000 points. If you are activated, you bought the member pack or a 4-pack, you'd be activated at 15% pay. So that would pay you 15% of the 1,000 points. That's $150. But if you were the ultimate, that's the top pay, you would make double. That's why it makes so much sense for many of us to get to ultimate very quickly or to come in at ultimate. So that's $300 you would make on this order with Mary, and you continue to make 30% on her purchases for her first 4 months, or 4 weeks rather. Interesting, most companies only pay a fast start bonus on your new brand partner's first purchase. Our company will pay it for 4 weeks of Mary's purchases, and then it goes down to 15%. We are a product company, and the company loves it when you love our products. So why not experience with various different products? It's very easy to sell or buy 100 points of products. It's roughly about 150 US, roughly about 180 Canadian or Australian to stay with your 100 points. You could always buy more inventory to stock up and resell. Now, the base pay is another way we're paid, and it's the activity of your entire team, because Mary in Illinois is going to tell Roger in New York, Helen in San Francisco, and before you know it, you've got a team growing. Well, there's a formula introduced, and it's called base pay commissions, and based on this formula, they're going to pay you 15% on the activity of the points that are happening through the purchases in your business. As you get $250 or more in any one pay period, they're going to put another 15% aside for you so that you can climb towards warning that $10,000. There you're going to get that phone call in US. It's $10,000 US for Canadians and Australians on the call. So that makes it what, $200,000 for us or something, right? So there's so many people that have enjoyed those checks. Chris and Joni triggered theirs in 8 months. Jerry and Allison, I'll be triggering mine in another 3 weeks, which I'm really excited about. Reese and Ashley triggered theirs. Kim Gray and Eric, they triggered theirs and celebrating with their family. Another way that we get paid by our company is through lifestyle credits of just doing what we do. We introduce these products to customers, we introduce these products to future brand partners, and then we get to go on these luxury vacations. Tahiti was last April, July was the Bahamas. As you know, we all just got back from Punta Cana, which was amazing, and very soon another group is leaving for Bali. And these trips are announced 2 every year. So get ready because you can have a luxury vacation. Where can you get that in a job, right? At the last convention that I was at in Orlando, there was 2,100 people and over 800 were recognized. And I'm going to say at this last Calgary conference, 75 to 80% of the entire crowd walked across that stage. So many people are having great success with this company. I'm running a little overtime, Anne. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to give you a great window of time here. Anne Wandishin, I met her in Calgary. She's a lovely lady. I couldn't believe the transition as she sent me her pictures. Look at the difference of happened with people as they enjoy our products. Anne and Matthew, are you here with me tonight?
Yes, I'm here. Says
Oh,
Matt.
thank you so much. Hi, Matt. I understand you're really shy, so I won't make it too painful for you. Thank you both so much for coming on board. So first, share your story. How did you get introduced to the drops?
So I saw a post, and it was someone that I knew really loved good products. And so I was just, I decided to, why not give it a try because I had tried everything and I have been eating really clean for many, many years. And that was a year ago in May. And so I just tried the product. I really had zero interest. I think they talked to me about the business a few different times, and I said no, no, no. And then,
And why was
and
that? Why did you say no, Anne?
well, I've been in this industry for about 22 years, over 22 years, and I just didn't want to, I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to follow. I knew that there was a system of growth. I didn't want to do it, and my ego and pride were in the way. And what happened was is that I just kept feeling better and better on the drops. I was pre-diabetic prior to being on the drops. My A1C was elevated. There was, I mean, again, nothing that I was doing was working. And then I decided to kind of start dabbling and I started doing the kind of my own way. And it worked a little bit. I mean, I actually did sell quite a few drops, but then I decided to go to PXP in September to basically vet the company and vet the leadership and decide if I actually wanted to build here. And and I was blown away by Darren and John, by the corporate leadership, by the leadership in the field, and
Mhm.
just the people with Partner Co., how real everyone was. I loved seeing Kim Gray in person, Dr. Crystal in person, like seeing these walking testimonials and that they still looked like their after picture. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, these are real testimonials. These are real people. And so after that, I jumped in with both feet. So did my friend Stacy Woodford. She went with me to the conference, and shortly thereafter, she promoted to officer. I promoted to officer, and I mean the kind of that we told our teams. We said, "You've got to do this system of growth. We are doing this, and we led by example, and we started, just." We jumped in, and I've been blown away by how much the products have helped me and my family and just all the people I know that are using them. It's just a
Wait,
huge,
Sheena.
huge transformation for so many of us.
Wow. Layla, mute the lines, please. And so what are your non-scale wins? First of all, how many pounds did you lose?
Well, so I've had a lot of health issues. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's about 16 years ago. I also had a child at late in life at age 46. I'm almost 54. And so my body kind of halted working after that. So I've had, menopause, all the things, and then was diagnosed with a mold and biotoxin illness. So I've had a lot of obstacles that most people haven't. So I released weight and then had some major stressors and had to use some Western medicine and got sick like over the winter time and just really struggled. And then I just really recommitted to doing the body balance challenge. I started on the 12th of May, and I'm down. I just weighed myself today. I'm down 7.6 pounds and 8.5 inches on different, all over my body. And I'm feeling fantastic. I was able to go to the conference and travel from St. Louis to Calgary. I stuck to the approved food list, no problem. I didn't have any cravings. I wasn't tempted at all. I mean, my team was like, come on, try the ketchup potato chip. And I said, absolutely not. I am not going to sabotage the work that I've been doing. So I've learned a lot because what happens is because I was pre-diabetic and I was insulin resistant, even though I'm no longer pre-diabetic and my A1C is in the right range, the normal range, I still struggle with being insulin resistant. So I've learned a lot in the past year from Dr. Crystal Vance, from Todd Rowland, from Kristen White on things that I need to shift and change so that I can keep my body in that fat burning mode. And the Advantage I think has helped a lot too. I love the Renew. It's like my treat. We kind of struggle with being night owls. Well, he's a night owl, and then it's kind of caused me to become one as well. And so the Renew is like my treat for going to bed. Like I get to, if I drink the Renew, I'm gonna go brush my teeth and go to bed.
Fabulous. So
I
you're a
love it.
senior officer now,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
How are you enjoying that financial freedom that this company has offered to you at that rank?
Oh, it's incredible. I have so just a little background. I've been in this industry for, like I said, 22 years, very successful for over 20 years with the same company. And I've never seen this, an opportunity like this where people can come in and literally have a turnkey system. And if you work hard and you love people and you want to help people, you will have, I mean, obviously we can't make any guarantees, but everyone is winning who plugs into our system here. And that is really unique. And so I've really just been blown away by just the opportunity and just the income. It's phenomenal.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so very much. And in total weight, how much have you lost?
Because when I got really sick over the winter. So I had to go on prednisone. You don't lose weight on prednisone, you gain weight. So I'm back. I'm probably down like just a total of 10 pounds at this point, but I'm, I'm very grateful. So
There's so
I
many
know I have,
non-scale wins that you're feeling so much
oh,
better, right?
so I had major brain fog, and that is gone. I had chronic fatigue, has really, really improved. I had I had a hard time focusing. I had a hard time. My mood well, how's my mood? Is it better? So my mood
Wonderful.
is better. My just my outlook, I have more hope. I'd say I have more joy. Like I sleep better. And I'd say that for me, one of the things that I noticed too is that one of my friends that I've known since I was like 18 years old, she's using the drops, and we joked about, she said, "Oh my gosh, the food noise is gone." And she said, "I wish I would have had these years ago." And I said, "Ellen, I've had food noise since I was like 6 or 7 years old." And I
Mm.
said, this is incredible that the food noise is gone.
Yeah.
And that's and what I realized anyway, it's just it really is
Okay.
mind blowing, you know?
Wow. Thank you. And we're going to move over to Matthew. I'm
Yeah,
just looking
yeah.
at the time. Let's move over to Matthew. Thank you. Thank you. And you don't look like you're in your 50s. You look like you
Yep.
just got out of college. You look
I'll
great.
be 54 in just a couple of weeks.
Looking good, girl. Looking good. Matthew, tell us about Matthew and your story with the drops.
Yeah, so not too long after Anne had started using them, she shoved a couple of bottles in front of me and told me I needed to start using them as well. So that was a little over a year ago while we were in the middle of preparing to move. And yeah, and I was a little over 200 at the time. And I'd say over 3 months or so, I probably dropped. It was just steady. Ended up down to 190. And I've never been strict with the eating plan or some of that stuff. And so I've been able to lose weight, even despite not holding 100% to all
Mhm.
of that. But I will say it has been
Yep,
never been
just
super sweet tooth, but it's still been easier to say no when stuff is available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. And what do you weigh now?
I haven't stepped on the scale in a while. I don't know, 193, something like that, maybe.
You look small actually. You don't look like you're a heavy guy.
Well, he's tall. He's tall.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what about his mood? Is he happier?
Yes, I think so. And also I feel like it's one of the reasons why I wanted him to use the drops is that I've always had issues with cortisol, and as I've gotten older, my stress just going up. And I noticed I've known Matt since I was 16, and he's never been a stressed out person. And when we moved from Colorado to St. Louis last summer, and we had a college graduation, a high school graduation, and a kindergarten graduation, it was a very stressful time. And and I noticed his stress level and going up. And so I was like, I really want you to use these, not necessarily for your weight, because again, he's never struggled with weight, but more for the benefits, the non-scale victory benefits, right? And the cortisol. And I feel like it's helped you. I mean, you're definitely,
Awesome.
yeah. And
Thank you, Matthew.
he takes the Renew every day too.
Wonderful product. Matthew, thank you so much. And thank you so much. You both are a lovely couple, and it was great to interview you. Matthew, thank you, because I understand it was a little difficult for you to join us on the call. And thank you very much for that.
Thank
So
you, Ricia.
awesome. Again, another two amazing testimonials. These drops just are a lot more than 20 pounds. So what will balance look and feel like for you? How will you know if these products are working for you? Well, you've heard it now from Amber May, you've heard it from Matthew, you heard it from Anne, you heard it from me. You will have more energy, you'll sleep better. There's no price on a good night's sleep. There's no value on that. It's just wonderful. Improved mood, everyone is happier, more joyous, you're not as anxious. Increase in libido, reduction in inflammation, weight inches lost, better elimination and digestion, less brain fog. That's really important to most of us over the age of 40. Boost in your immunity, and just an overall sense of well-being. So as you're out and about, everyone that you talk to is suffering from all these same symptoms of hormonal imbalance. Everybody. There's the food that we eat, the environment, the toxins, the fatigue, the stress at work, all of it. We're all part of these symptoms, and we can help them. So in the chat, please just put a note. Do we have any ones? The ones are the people that would like to buy the drops and buy retail. But why would you want to do that? That for $29.95 or $37.95, you can become a brand partner or a wholesale customer and save some money, right? So put a 2 if you're a number 2 in the chat. And 3, I want to get on this health wealth train and ride. I want to reach out and I want to help others. I'd like to augment my income, and I definitely want to get well. Put a 3 if you're a 3 in the chat. But wait, there's more. What about 4? Who wants to get on this health and wealth train and ride it big all the way to the top? I had no idea 13 months ago how my life would change so drastically with this company and how so many people are reaching out to us to have this product. And that will happen for you as well with our system of growth. It's just absolutely a very successful system, and we're in the 3 top rising momentous companies in the world. So let's live the dream, right? Enjoy that time, freedom, have a body you love, financial stability. And, Calgary was a big hug fest. We met so many great people there, have that new community of friends, have a sense of belonging to a bigger purpose, luxury experiences. Enrolling is easy. Again, those special packages that I mentioned earlier are going away tonight. So if you want one, this is the time to get it. Now look at this. I'm explaining to you what my life looks like 1 year later. What would your life look like 1 year later? How would you like it to look like? Would you like to be that size 9 if I'm talking to the ladies, or size 7? Would you like to have weekly checks with commas? Would you like to have a nice savings account with 5 figures? What will your life look like? And I met so many people in Calgary. So many people were on that stage that had no idea how greatly and positively their life would change in just as short as 1 year. Our next call is Thursday, Monday, June 9th. We are dark next Thursday. I'll be doing a drop party in Victoria, as well as a big event, Super Saturday in Parksville, Vancouver Island, British Columbia. That's on June 7th. So I want to thank very much everyone who's been on this call with me. Thank you to Anne and Matthew. Thank you to Amber May. Thank you to Layla, my beautiful co-host, and definitely thank you to the brand partners. Thank you to Australia for being in the house with us tonight. And thank you to the guests for being here. If anybody would like more information, we could stay online. Maybe our guests would like to stay on and be able to answer some questions. You can unmute yourself and open it up to answer any questions, and we'll be happy to answer questions for you. Thank you again. I'll stop the recording now.